Hey guys, how's it going today? Monday. It was a busy weekend. Now, today I've had a interesting question that is basically what is it like to have a DS relationship outside of the bedroom? So this person is pretty new and they know for a lot of people, the DS aspect or the dynamic actually ends once sex is over, and for others it doesn't. Now they're curious about doing it outside of the bedroom after the sex. Now there's a thing I have to point out here is that DS is not about the sex, it's about the control aspect of the relationship. So the fact that says, once the sex is over, it's kind of like, well, it's more of a role play um, that you're into for just like a period of time for sexual gratification to spice things up. It's not about the whole relationship going forward and a more, I won't say like inclusive, but a more holistic sort of way of having control in someone's life or your life. They want to give examples on and explain why you would choose to continue the lifestyle out of the bedroom. But that's the thing, you don't have the lifestyle just in the bedroom. It's a lifestyle is a lifestyle. It's the way you live your life. Part of your lifestyle can be to have kink in the bedroom, but for a lot of people, for 24/7 lifestyle kink, it's different and it's not from regular relationships. As I've been saying, basically, it's something sometimes people fall into naturally when they think that basically they're much happier leaving some of the control or control of certain aspects of their life over to someone else. And again, it's not the whole I want to have no responsibilities whatsoever for anything in my life. So you have all this control and I just have all the fun. That's not what it's about. You have the responsibility, you've made the decision to give over some of that control, but at the same time, in giving that control over, that means at any time that person can give that control back for certain periods of time or set circumstances, which means that realistically you have more responsibility than you did before. The difference is that you will now have some guidelines to your decision making to say, okay, these are the decisions, these are the guidelines I had before, and like, oh my god, it was so overwhelming, I just couldn't make a decision. Therefore, I hate it. But now are you more comfortable making a decision now that someone's come along and says, right, I'm giving you back this decision making, but you have these guidelines such as in these sort of situations, you need to think of these things or this particular aspects, and based on those guidelines, you can then make a decision. So there is that. It's not about just relinquishing all the control and just having anyone do anything and everything. And it's not all about the sex thing, and quite often it very rarely is. For many people, sex aspect, sexual stuff is just another tool to be able to control somebody. And people also like it being a tool to be used to control them. Now, this is all, again, with consent and plenty of negotiation and talking about what you can do, because life happens, and quite often people also have family, friends, kids, work, and quite a few of those aspects that we're talking about, guidelines, is to basically give you a framework to work with that. So say you have a job and you have kids and you are a submissive who hands over control to a dom, and they said, okay, well, based on this, I want you to do, say, these kind of posts or these kind of tasks. However, in order to do those tasks, you cannot jeopardize, one, your job, two, your relationship with your family and kids. They must come first in these aspects. Now, as much as you'd like to play 24/7, they will also understand and integrate that into your life. So even if it's like a job aspects, like for me, I have been basically a casual contractor for pretty much all my life. And one of the things and the goals and all that my owner had for me was to have a more stable life, to feel what it was like to actually have a more stable life, to not continually live life on a casual pay-to-pay basis, to have that security. So when I recognize the signs of, hey, I know I start getting antsy during these times and those times, and I feel like I need to change jobs and I want to do something else, I want to change careers completely. He's like, no, you've got to have a plan. This is a general plan for you retiring, but this plan for you for the next, 3 to 5 to 7 years is for you to have a stable job and, make sure all your bills are paid, make sure you got food on the table, make sure you still keep up the relationship with your friends that are not involved in kink or maybe kink aware, to give you a balance. And having said that, I've been in the same job for quite a few years, and it's been unusual and different. And the thing is, it's good to actually have that stability, and that's, I guess, I guess that's part of the reasons why I would choose this lifestyle, is because of the stability from my own background. I have more stability. Now, that doesn't mean to say that there aren't random things that happen, because random things happen all the time, and that's just life. What stability and consistency of having a dom gives you is the ability to know these things are prepared, these have particular guidelines that I know will benefit me. Sometimes I don't like doing things, but I trust and have, I guess, faith and in the vision that, basically what our relationship and our life will be moving forward. And in that way, as I said, it's pretty much the same as any other relationship. You have a general plan about things, and one person is a bit more, I focus on this thing and this is what we have together. And like any other relationship, when some things change, like things and thoughts and feelings change, it's much better to go and talk to them and say, look, okay, I know we had this plan of like, white picket fence, house, 2.5 kids or whatever, and you have the job and you'll be here and this is the general plan, but some things have happened and gone awry, or feelings have changed, and let's have a chat. That doesn't mean anything has to really completely stop or change. They might just need to be rejigged a little bit. But my suggestion is always, when things start happening, and even if you don't know what's happening, even if you think, oh my god, I don't know why I'm just dissatisfied anymore, my suggestion is always to try and talk about it as early as possible, to say, it could be just a passing phase thing, but it could be something a bit more that you do need a complete change, whether you go more into kink, more out of kink, you're still with the person or not. There's quite a few people who have kink relationships that don't live together, and they're 24/7 relationships still. But yeah, so continuing to choose this lifestyle out of the bedroom, for me it was pretty much always a lifestyle and not just strictly in the bedroom, because it wasn't just about the sex thing. So I guess you would have to really think, for you, is it just about the sexual aspect of it, or is it more about the consistency of having guidelines, the trust in, a particular vision for your life, or a combined life, or something like that. And it's really hard to say because a lot of people will go into a lifestyle situation for different reasons. And all I can say is for me, it's been enhancing in a lot of different aspects I didn't think of, and I did get sick and tired of doing the same stuff over and over again and expecting different results. So taking the I'm not sure if it's a really initiative, but taking the faith and taking the trust to a different level. It happens over time and it can happen slowly. It doesn't always have to be right. Negotiation, this happens, and then blah, here is all my trust. It happens slowly with negotiations. And sometimes it can be okay, you've had a negotiation, you've had a contract and all that sort of stuff, but there's still some things that you're not so sure about, and things will come up again and again that, like, hard limits or something that you want to get over. Perfectly fine, talk it out, and just realize and ask yourself what you really want out of a relationship outside of just the sexual aspect. Whether you want the control, whether you want stability, or whether you want to have an escape from your everyday life and think of it as in those contexts, or whether you actually want to integrate it into your everyday life and the reasons why you would want to integrate it. Like I said, it's the control aspects, it's the trust, the enhancement of your life and lives of others and those around you. People are generally problem solvers and like to work towards a goal and a purpose. Now, if it gives you a purpose and a goal and something that you feel would help you in the long run, like not sacrificing everything just for DS, but using the DS aspect to enhance your life and that of those around you, then go for it. But have a good think about it. It's not for everybody. Sometimes just every now and again for fun and to spice things up, or whenever you can, because of different lifestyles. Understand there's many people out there who have jobs or family or whatever that, if their personal life got out there, it would, it shouldn't, but it skews basically their career progression or their friends or the way people look at them. It shouldn't happen, but it does happen, and that's just the way life is, and you have to roll with it. So, think of why you'd want a DS relationship outside the bedroom. I can't really give examples of DS relationship other than the fact that, again, it's more of for me, it was more of a holistic sort of someone like a mentor, a pastoral thing where they help guide me through life and I talk to and confide in, and there's a great love and affection there. That's all I can say. That was for me. So think about what you'd like to get out of a DS relationship outside of the bedroom and how much you'd want that to be included into your life, whether it's just for certain things like say exercise and dieting or something like that. Some people do have people that they go to, kind of like a personal trainer or a personalized lifestyle coach or something like that. So I think about why you'd want to have it outside the bedroom, whether it would suit you, how much you want, and what you want out of the aspects of the DS relationship to be into your lifestyle. Okay, I think I've rambled on enough. So I'll let you guys go, and I've got to get back to it. Okay, see you guys. Stay kinky and keep calm.